Hello guys, welcome back to the crew 2. Still doing the summit. That is what you do with a summit. You keep doing and doing and doing it over and over again. But we still have to post the drag. I've noticed there are a few events which I still need to post, but drag is as usual in most of the games. It has something to do with it's probably also the most cheated event to start with. Next to that, it bugged or glitched in some way or another. I don't even know why gaming companies keep coming up with this thing, but it is here. You need a nitrochemist set, that is for sure. At first we were doing it with a team. I had recalibrated my car here with a drag bump and shifty maxed out, which totally turned out to be wrong because there is some sort of glitch going on. Has something to do with wheel spin and boost and getting that boost at the right RPM and that kind of stuff. That also means I need to recalibrate again to pure and frenetic, which seems to be the most important. As you can see up there in the box 9400, I am completely broke. All this recalibration cost way too much, even for a player who plays several hours in this game, who had like 15-20 million or whatever. I've recalibrated 4, 5, maybe even 6 vehicles, but that will be about it, and I'm completely broke here now. I have more crew credits and more of this new scrap currency than I have bucks. And I've spent quite some hours in this game, in my opinion. Something is unbalanced in there. But apparently they don't want people to have the good parts too fast. They want to sort of give an advantage to the people who have been grinding for ages and who have 100 million. It's very interesting, especially seeing the fact that most of the 100 million guys will be AFK farmers and script users who have icon 9999, so they have an advantage over the more legit players. Great system. That being said, the drag. Let's first do a normal run, as you're supposed to do. That thing is you have like perfect burn, perfect start, perfect shift, all that kind of stuff. We will do a couple of runs and see what's going on here. At the moment I'm in automatic. We will change that later if needed. Doesn't matter that much. You still have to shift yourself, although you're in automatic. So of course you need to know which buttons to use to shift up. What we're gonna do is try to get a perfect burn to start with. Couple of perfect shifts and a good one I think, and then you hit the boost. Result of this all, what is it? 9.3 seconds. Let's try to do that again, but now this time we're gonna boost after 4th gear and see, because this is a short track, see what that does. .7 663 kilometers an hour. Just because we boost after the 4th gear on this short track, we get more speed. And that is already probably some of the glitch kicking in there, because normally you cannot get over 600 kilometers an hour, 610, 620, something like that maybe, but that's about it. Go again, glitch kicks in, over 700 kilometers an hour now. There's something with that wheel spin at the right RPM, 8.484. That is where the glitch kicks in. It's something with the wheel spin and the boost at the right RPM, bam, and you take off and you go over 700 kilometers an hour. Resulting in an 8.483, my best is 8.429. That has to do with the fact that I do not have the pure and the frenetic maxed out, as I mentioned before, because I recalibrated to drag bump and shifty and spent quite some money on that. That's how it is. Can go somewhere between 1 and 6 million for one car if you have bad luck with that lottery system. And that means that all my money is gone. And then of course you can grind for ages on some hypercar events to get 100,000, but if you have bad luck with the recalibration. The other problem of course is also that this summit takes place in a more or less normal mode. So no matter what setup you have, like here now, perfect nitrochemist set. The affix are not maxed out, but it is a nitrochemist set, it is a legendary yellow part. And from this summit thing we win green and blue parts. The only thing you can do with that is a scrap, and then you get like 120 for a green part and 240 for a brown for a blue part of that brown currency there, what I call scrap. Officially it's called spare parts or something, I think, but box wise you get some money. Meanwhile I have changed my icon points here. I took up the collector, I took up the sensor, I took up the lucky, and I put everything on rich. That at least gives me about 15% more bucks in whatever I do, because bucks is suddenly the most important thing in this game. If you look in the summit, the top players up there, it's pretty simple. They have everything maxed out. Even myself, drag score 155,000 is only possible if you recalibrate that drag car. That drift car, I mean. The same goes for the skill test. Low altitude I don't even have because I recalibrated the wrong plane. I recalibrated aerobatics last week, and you need an air race. My air race has a score breaker set on it. I do have all the yellow sets. I've grinded with the Eastern event for all the yellow sets. I have Nitro Chemist, I have a score breaker on all of the disciplines, so I'm ready for that, but my FX is not maxed out on everything. Eventually, after long recalibrations and a lot of money, I managed to get my power boat going with skill 75% in combination with the score breaker. So I do get some decent scores in the slalom and the boy smashing. But that low altitude can still be, although I don't have a bad score, I have 35,000 something there. But yeah, people are scoring 37,000. It's just those few percentages more on the epics, because we more or less fly the same distance. In the slalom, 23,692 I have, world record is 23,725. So also they're pretty close. That's a matter of getting a bit faster, taking the right boat, stuff like that. And the same goes for the boy smashing. The boy smashing, the key is speed. More specifically, slow speed. The slower you go there, the more of these cones you can hit. And then you can take all of them, and you can get around 30,000 or even over it. 31,292 by Yolo Bolo is the world record at the moment. But it all has to do with skilled and score breaker. As for this thing, yeah, this needs to, let's have a look what I have on here. Here I have pure 7.4, but it's already costing me 20,000 bucks to recalibrate this thing to 8%. This needs to be pure. Over here needs to come frenetic. See, even if I get that 8%, then I still need to change that drag bump into frenetic, which the price is going to go up to 40,000, no doubt about it. And then I probably have to do 10-15 recalibrations to get the frenetic, and then get to 3% is the maximum for frenetic. Let's see, what do I have here? Here I have frenetic 2.5, so I need to recalibrate to 3%. Then the pure is fine. Then this would be like the perfect part. If I can get this to, well, I can recalibrate 2 times, I think. I get 1%, I have 2.5 on it. This is very interesting. And here again. So basically we just wasted about 22,000 bucks just to keep the part that I already have. So you have to pay for stuff that you already have. That I find the most strange thing on this whole thing. That you can get lower, and that is all fine. It's a bit of a lottery, I understand that. But that you have to pay to keep the thing that you already have, that is something they will never convince me the benefit of that thing. Over here I have a frenetic 3%, but I need to recalibrate. Also here the price is already 20,000 and I need to recalibrate to pure. Over here I have the pure 8%, but there I need the frenetic 3% to go with it. And over here pure 8%, frenetic missing, needs to change. Same here, pure 8% in the back. price is 17,000. I need to change that rear drag into frenetic. Don't have the bugs for it. And over here I have frenetic 2.5, needs to go to 3, and that drag bump needs to change to pure. If I get like pure maxed out and frenetic maxed out, I can go 1.0, 8.0, 8.1, more or less with that glitch. But it is pretty random. Let's do a few more runs to see how random it is. If the glitch, if the boost on the RPM does not kick in at the right time, you're gonna get times around 9, 9.3, whatever, a second slower.
2, 1.
You also have to do it solo because you start in the middle. If you do it in co-op, you start on the side and then you need to steer, which means speed loss. The nose is up the air the whole time, but the glitch did not kick in now, as you can see on the speed. 607 kilometers an hour, you get 8.999 or 9 seconds, something like that. The glitch needs to kick in to get speeds around 700 kilometers an hour. It's as simple as that. So it all has to do with shifting and getting that glitch to kick in. Glitch, bug, whatever it is, it's something with a wheel spin and a boost. Nope. The nose comes down again, you don't have the speed, 600, 610, something like that. This is again 8.99 seconds. You already know the times, 8.9 this time. But even then, we are far off from where we need to be. We need an 8.0, 8.1, which I cannot get due to the no more bugs. Again a 9.0 something. But you saw the difference, like these are 3 random runs. You get speed around 610 if the glitch does not kick in. You have a time around 9 seconds with the setup that I have. If you have the perfect setup, you probably can get like 8.8, 8.7. But you need the glitch to kick in to be able to get 8.0. Now it is not that bad as it is point wise. But there are some points in there though. That is the problem. I have an 8.4. I scored about 130,000 points. Not a big of a deal, you would say, but if I compare it to the people that are doing 7.9 and 8.0, this is the French list here, but yeah, most of them are very competitive players, so gives you more or less the same idea as in the overall. They scored 133, 132,000 points. That is 3,000 points difference, summit points with myself. So yeah, that's where you win or lose it in the leaderboard thing. If I can get 3,000 points more, I already move up at least 1 place, and then I need to get some more points left and right. I can score 3,000 points more here and there in time attacks to get to the 360, 370,000 to get into the top 10. Because that's what people are doing there. They have Juarez 391, Yellow Bolo 385, Accord 381, G-Force 380, and the rest is sort of in the 70s and the 60s. And I'm stuck in the 50s together with some other people here in the, let's say, top 25 somewhere, maybe a bit lower. Yeah, top 25, 26. Chris Fly, it's one of the devs. So yeah, let's say somewhere around the top 26, 27, you get 1.350. So yeah, that's where the difference is. So we have a few thousand points difference here, depending a bit on a glitch to kick in. If the glitch doesn't kick in, let's see, if you do like a 9.0, you score 122,000 points. So if the glitch doesn't kick in and you do 9 seconds, you lose, compared to myself, already 7,000 points. The drag, ladies and gentlemen. Luckily for us, there is no drag in the next event. we cannot see in the other events here. We have played this in a preview or a technical test. This extreme thing, I don't think there's a drag in there either. Probably also will not be a drag in that thing because that's two-wheeler. That's going to be a bike thing. Get your bikes ready, guys. And then the other one is Untamed Italians coming soon, which probably will be the June summit. And yeah, we will see. I think I know what car is going to be in there. Now, we are Monday now, which means it says 1 day left. It always does that. It's actually 2 days because the last day is a 24-hour countdown clock. So it is Wednesday when the thing stops. We are on PC and let's have a look what the numbers are at the moment. 26,500 players have played here. 1,153,000 points are needed to get the platinum. Also, that is depends a bit on the platform. I saw some numbers yesterday from people about 15,000 people on Xbox, I think, but there the platinum is only 860,000 points. I don't know what the numbers this week are on PlayStation. Last week it was almost double of the PC, so which means 65,000 people. So probably also there the platinum will be higher than on Xbox. That is how it goes. Depends a bit on the players. Depends a bit on how good they are. On PC it's a pretty tough battle. I'm more than happy with 15th place, especially seeing that there are certain vehicles which I do not have maxed out yet. Top 10, most of those people will have recalibrated all the vehicles needed for this summit, so they have like maxed out vehicles all over the place. But other than that, it is guaranteed. On my Nope driver, let's see where he is. Is he still alive? I have 1.2 million points on the Nope driver. That is the Nope Does Summit videos that I often do. There I did improve a few things over the weekend to be sure that I had 1.2 million. I'm assuming that will be good enough. If you have 1.2 million, I think it's gonna cut it. But yeah, I must say since Saturday, and we're only Monday. On Saturday it was the platinum was 1,089,000. Meanwhile, it went up 60,000 points. So with 2 days to go, I'm assuming it's not gonna go up another 50,000 points because at a certain moment, yeah, you reach the top and then it's pretty hard to score some extra points. You can score 100 and 200 and 300 points here and there, but not 10,000 points out of nowhere. That is not possible. This is sort of the scores. I might post a few runs on the things that I haven't posted yet. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I posted the aerobatics. That meanwhile also has improved a bit. Found some better parts, some more skills on it. I did post the drift, the touring car, and the Nissan GTR. I think this time the drag. A bit talking about the drag, more specifically about the glitch, and then yeah, we have the 2 bike races left and slalom and boy smashing. I might try that in another video, or I would just leave it be. There are more than enough videos out there from the people who have decent scores there. So we will see. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.